As I said, so contourf does represent in 3D dimension on 2D, right? So 3D dimension, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So in order to be a 3D. So right now we have to like create x, y, and z before actually like plot contourf. So let's create the x-axis, line space, -2 pi and 2 pi. Okay, what this means. So you guys, I'm pretty sure by now, if you guys watched the first 5 episodes, we used line space a lot. It just means I'm gonna start from -2 pi and I'm gonna end in 2 pi. And if I press comma here, there is n, which is number of evenly spaced values, which is 100 for default. So if I didn't write any number, it's gonna be 100. So what this means, it means like 100 evenly spaced. So between -2 pi and 2 pi, you're gonna create 100 values between them. This what does it mean. And if I didn't write here any number, the length of x will be 100. So if I press run, now I have x and we can see it's 100 the size. Okay, let's create y. Maybe like from 0, 4, pi. Same concept. Start from 0, ends by 4 pi. And there is 100 evenly spaced between all of them. Between them, 0 and 4 pi. Okay, now let's introduce a new concept. Let's create like a matrix with A and B. Okay, let's introduce mesh grid, 2D and 3D grids. Okay, with maybe x and y. Before press run, what's mesh grid means? So I'm calling this the marriage tool. Why it says the marriage tool? Because I'm just right now I'm telling MATLAB to let the length of y be the number of rows of A and length of x be the number of columns of B, even though x in the row position and y in the column position. But we are using their length to be the other way around for the other variable. So again, length of x will be the number of columns of B, and length of y will be the number of rows of A, even if y is responsible usually for column and x is usually responsible for for rows. But I did exchange, so I did like kind of marriage. I'm just saying marriage in order not for you guys to forget. Okay, so right now if I press run, I do expect A and B to be 100 multiplied by 100, because if we press here length of x, it will be 100, and length of y, it must be y, length of y here, it also 100. So A and B is 100 multiplied by 100. So why I did do this? Because I want my z to be a little bit trigonometry, so I will use like sine and cosine. So if I want to sine A, maybe plus cosine B, and let this to be my third dimension. So right now all has the same size, 100 multiplied by 100, and the x and y, they are already 100 length. So my x-axis will be from -2 pi to 2 pi, and y-axis will be from 0 to 4 pi. But z-axis, which is the 3D, it will be sine plus cosine, trigonometry. Okay, right now I have my 3 dimensions. As I said, like contourf has to be 3D. three dimension axes, x and y and z. So contourf, so a, here we go, x, y and z. So a, b, my z small, and there is levels. What's levels mean? I think you do expect numbers, so maybe 10, and let's see what we'll get. So level is just, if you guys count the colors here, it's gonna be 10 colors. So 10 is just the levels or the number of categories you want to represent your data from. So if I want my data to be 10 categories, then level 10, because they're gonna give me 10 colors. If I want just 7 colors, or level 7, it's gonna just give me 7 categories to differentiate my data from. So it's gonna give me just 7 colors. So I would say levels is just how many levels you want your data to be differentiated among them. So right now, if you guys count, it's gonna be 10 colors. That's why it's mean level. So if you are representing like weather forecast, maybe like finance or anything, and you wanna like specific categories, maybe like if you are representing weather forecast, so there is 7 days, so you want a level 7, but for a month you want a 30, and so on. So that's why contourf is very helpful. And as we are seeing, like it gives us a function or like a representation that everyone does like. And just like quick recap, so the x-axis from -2 pi to 2 pi, y-axis from 0 to 4 pi. Okay, what else I want to be more detailed, or let's see different options. So let's try show text, maybe on. Run. Oh, so because when I press run, it gives me everything in my code, but if I press run section, it's gonna just give me this line after this section. So section after 2%, I explained this, but I wanna recap for the people if this is the first episode you would see. So %% mean like section break. So when I did run section, I'm gonna run those lines only, like now. So as I can see now, show text, it gives me like the line with the value on them. But this looks a little bit messy, right? Maybe because the number of digits of this. So let's make it more representable. There is another function, it's called, I can't choose here from all these options. I also want label, so I can try all the option I do want, but right now, if I want to change the format or the digits, it's label format. And label format, I must have percent and then F and the amount of digit I do want, or like the format of the digit. So right now, instead of I have like several digits, I just want all my data to be in the form of 0.1. So just 2 digits, the first digit and then dot, then the other digit. And I can have like maybe the measuring unit for it, which is just 2 digits. So now it's gonna give me 2 digits and m after. Here we go. So 0.2 m, which is meter. You can like feet, yards. You can change the measuring unit as much as you want, but it always has to be first percent and then f and then the measuring unit. Okay. Then I can like do maybe line width, maybe line style, maybe this line width. You guys already know all of this. So line width is the amount of thickness, line style, how it would be like the style of the line. So if we press run, here we go. It looks more representable. It's not messy. It's very organized, and like it's very straightforward. We can see like all these blue things is the lowest part, but the yellow part and those bright colors are positive. Those like dark colors is negative. And as we can see, its contourf is very appealing in how you represent it. So the colors will go a long way. So there is another function you can use to change your colors, because contourf it's all about the colors. So there is a color map, and it gives you bunch of options. All these options is nothing but just different colors you can use. Oh, I love these colors. So like color map, if we press sky, it's gonna give you different colors, like looks like a sky. Maybe let's something like cool. Maybe hot. So it's very like it's like themes. You are representing themes pretty much. HSV. Okay, but I did like the sky to be honest. So let's write a sky here. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so this is a color map that you can change always the contour. And also, yeah, we are playing right now because we are just like try to discover and using it. But depend on your audience, like whether you are representing in front of professor or middle school. This is how you can choose actually your own colors and how professional and formal you want your data to be. Okay, let's now like create some title. Maybe contour in X and Y axis. Let's make like font size. Font size is 11 is the default, maybe 15. X label 2 bytes, because it was from negative 2 by to 2 by. Also like font size 15. I'm pretty sure by this point now, if you guys saw the last episode, you guys are now super familiar with the thing, so I don't want to waste your guys' time to try to explain stuff that you guys already know. But from time to time, I always like to recap, because just in case it was your first episode to see. Okay, so if we press run right now, contour X and Y axis 2 bytes, 0 to 4 by, and this is just like if you are representing in front of someone, he doesn't know what did you write in your code, but like X label now is 2 pi, so okay, he gonna relate that the x-axis is from negative 6 to 6, so from negative 2 pi to 2 pi. It's just representing more your code to the audience, especially if they were like subject matter expert about this data.